Vabbè, iniziamo, vai. Che carino Oshin. Questo video mi ha fatto sborrare. Quello dove fightano Zed e Yasuo. Cioè sono tipo frame di tutti i video di Runeterra. World Champions. Luca Comics.
Hey everyone, SafeLocked here on behalf of the League Dev team to welcome you to Season 2021. We want to start today by saying thank you for being here. We're so excited you tuned in from all over the world as we kick off the
Anche
next
noi
year
siamo
of
molto
League.
excited di giocare a questo
In some
launch.
ways, this year will be a little different. As you know, there are more ways than ever to enjoy League. Our hope is that we can create a few moments
L'ha
throughout the
detto,
year
eh.
where we can all come together and celebrate as a community. So, to that note, League devs from across Riot are joining us today to help kick off the new season. Here's a look at everything we have in store.
Ok. Quindi saranno tutti i giochi più esports. Finalmente metteranno un po' di esports per
Today
Runeterra.
marks the start of a new season in League, and with that, a new chapter for Runeterra. So, there's something we'd like to show you. If you've been following League for a while, you'll know that since reuniting, Senna and Lucian have been fighting back the darkness.
Yes.
But as the black
So
mist
cute.
continues to spread beyond the Shadow Isles, Runeterra faces a new threat that could leave the world in ruin.
Oh,
How's it loose again?
cute.
What did you do to this thing?
You'll have it fixed by Mudtown. With currents and wind conditions, we can be there in 3 days.
Che bello vedere Lucian e Senna insieme dopo tantissimi anni. VIEGO.
The mist should be leagues from here.
Well,
Should
let's
be
save this
leagues
trip.
from here.
Senna,
Hey, we don't run from darkness.
we light the way.
So romantic. Holy fucking shit. Senna se le farma tutte queste diventa Dio. Ma è bellissimo questo cinematic. The gun. Ah, questo è il re rovina.
You don't belong here.
I have crossed through death and ruination.
Ruination come la carta del Runeterra.
Return, my queen.
You will destroy
Simp.
this world.
È con Lucian lei. Aspetta, ma... Ah, l'anima che vuole lui è dentro Senna, non è Senna in sé. Quella è spada rivelatrice di Yu-Gi-Oh! Samira. Ci fa Noxus. Queste animazioni sono stupende. Questa è Demacia. Ecco poi Balance the tank, by the way. Ah, li corrompe. È come Dio Brando. Ha salvato Samira? Non direi. Eccola Vayne! Cacciatrice dell'oscurità, dimostra che i champion skillati possono ancora essere forti. Mi pare già che abbiamo fatto Samira. L'altra arma dimostra di essere un mage dell'equilibrio. Headshot. Ma non ho capito, quella è l'anima di quella che lui ama? Non mi piace tanto il design però di Viego. Cioè, me lo immaginavo più possente e cattivo, sembrava una rockstar. Relentless Pursuit. Ma quella sarebbe la Blade of the Ruined King, non cioè non è fatta proprio così la Blade. Assomiglia più alla spalla di Dante, to be honest. Bellissimo comunque questo schematic. Molto bello. Non mi piace il design del nuovo champion, però... Ah, non è finito.
We have to go back for her.
Sinner? We can't defeat him alone.
Lui sarebbe il nuovo super villain di League of Legends. E si uniranno tutti per affrontarlo. Cos'è, portare per Shurima? Non so se poi... No, non è il simbolo di Shurima. Assomiglia vagamente, ma non è.
That's right. Viego, the Ruined King, is here. And even though we love a good cliffhanger,
Sono
this
anni
time
che si
we're going to
specula
continue the
sull'arrivo del
story
Ruined King
across
su
multiple
League.
league experiences throughout the year. We'll talk more about what that looks like during the stream. With that, let's hand things over to the rest of the League PC team to share a sneak peek at some of the new champions,
Ora si
skins,
specifica
and
League
gameplay
PC
changes
team,
coming this year. First off is Jeremy Lee, who's going to catch you up on the preseason item changes and look ahead to some of what's new coming in 2021.
Vediamo cosa ci portate di nuovo a questo gioco che è uguale a se stesso dai 10 anni. Sono curioso.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy, aka Riot Brightmoon, the lead producer for gameplay on League of Legends. I am so excited to welcome all of you to the start of season 2021.
Grazie, grazie.
Today I'm going to talk about some of the recent updates we've made to help you get ready for this new season, as well as some of the things we're working on that we haven't released yet. So let's get to it.
Proprio la faccia è di quelli che immaginano che fanno il balance di Eccolo.
This preseason, we've completely revamped League's item system to keep the game's foundations strong as it continues to evolve. Deciding which items to buy is part of your path to victory in every game.
Questo gli va
Item
concesso,
choices,
Ora è
stats,
più
and
importante
effects
sapersi
should be
buildare
clear
prima.
and
Tanti
understandable.
champion hanno ancora una sola
So we
build
took a
che
look
fanno
at
sempre,
every
ma
item and talked about what was working well and what we could
adesso
improve.
ci sono molte più decisioni da
Some
fare la
items
build.
haven't
Sta un po'
changed
tornando
much,
come ai vecchi
but
tempi.
we've removed some others and added some new picks, all to make sure that each item has a clear and unique purpose in the game. One problem we especially wanted to solve was that most of the time, earning a powerful item just wasn't very rewarding. Getting your first big item should feel impactful, and champions of every playstyle should have multiple choices to be excited about. So, we've added Mythics, a new item class with a powerful effect that shape the way you play each game. These open
Abbastanza
new
vero, dai.
strategic options and give you more control on how you want to play. And because Mythics are so powerful, you can only have one at a time, so choose wisely. Another area we focused on was the shop itself. We've wanted to improve the shop for a long time, but the technology it was using was too old and
Perché
fragile.
secondo voi l'avete
We've
migliorato lo
completely
shop?
rebuilt the shop with new tech and tons of improvements. For example, we've smartened up the recommended tab to make suggestions based on what high-level players are building and which items are good against the enemy team.
Perché gli oggetti suggeriti
So
sono
if you're
sempre
worried about
giusti.
having to relearn items, don't
Me l'altro
panic.
giorno suggeriva di
The new
buildare
shops
armor
got
contro
your
le
back.
blank.
Updating such a foundational system is going to have a big impact on the game. So we're keeping a close eye on
No,
balance
concordo che il
and what everyone
bilanciamento
is
sugli
building,
item sia molto
especially in
interessante
these
quello che hanno
first few
fatto, ma
months.
allo shop non si può
Thank you
dire
to
che
all the
sia
players who've been giving us feedback along the way, and please keep it coming, because like the rest of League, the item system will continue evolving over time. In addition to the item system overhaul, we're making some changes to Ranked to prep for this season. So before you get started on the climb, which by the way you can do today, let's take a look at what's
Grazie.
new. We
Con
know
due
it's been
game mi hanno
frustrating
aiutato
to
entrambi.
win streak into promos only to go 1 and 2 when the stakes are high. So we're removing promotion series between divisions.
Rimuovere le
Still go through
promo
promos
era il
between
primo
tiers,
passo,
like
ora
promo,
cominciate a
silver,
pensare a
gold.
rimuovere anche le
But otherwise,
MMR,
it's smooth
così
climbing.
che League sia
This means
semplicemente
that
chi
you'll no
vince
longer have
quindi quelli che
promotion
perde
protection
sale
between
e poi siamo a
divisions,
posto.
but you'll still have that buffer once you reach a new tier. We also know that starting a new season just to grind back up to where you finished the previous one can feel a little tedious. So we've adjusted the way that provisionals work.
Come
This
funziona
year,
la
you should start
replacement?
your climb closer to where you ended. And for all of us sweaty hopefuls, Master tier and above unlocks immediately with the new rank season.
Si può fare subito il master. Allora devo muovermi, Cristo. Che devo avere più
Still a minimum
tempo.
LP requirement for Grandmaster and Challenger. No more waiting 2 weeks for it to unlock. It's ready now, if you are.
Ok, dobbiamo
Finally, we've been making
tryhardare.
some improvements to matchmaking and player behavior features. Over the past 6 months, we've been improving our detection and punishment of players who quit or intentionally ruin the game for others. While we still have a lot to do, we've been able to improve detection of players intentionally feeding by 40%. And we're also seeing meaningful decreases in players AFKing in games. But even if it's happening less, when it does happen, it can be really frustrating. So one of the big highlights we've recently shipped is LP mitigation. So now
Sì,
you don't
questo
lose as much LP
è
when someone on
abbastanza
your team
giusto.
AFKs in rank.
Se un
And
FK
players who
perdi meno
leave
LP.
will also lose more LP for abandoning their team. We'll talk more about our additional plans here soon, as we hope to make more changes that encourages everyone to work together to get to that victory screen.
Clash. Vediamo se lo
It was a
rendono
long time
appetibile.
coming,
Quest'anno
but
giocherò a
I'm happy to
Clash.
say that we've had a great first year of Clash. Over 28 million players played Clash in 2020, and we want to keep that momentum going. This year, we want to make sure that everyone who wants to play Clash can participate. So we're looking at improvements to the free agent tab. Right now, a group
Ah,
of 4
sì, che
can
adesso
find their
puoi
missing player.
cercare il team
We're
con
also
cui
exploring a way
giocare.
for free agents to find themselves a team. We're also going to test running Clash tournaments during the week, so that those of you who work weekends will still have your shot at glory. Or going 0-3 like I usually do. Although I swear I have won a Clash once. The first Clash tournament of 2021 starts next weekend.
Il prossimo
I
weekend,
know
ma
it'd be a little much to finish
cosa
all of your
intende per il
placements before
prossimo?
then. So for this tournament only, you don't need to be placed in ranked. Looking further towards the future, we want to focus on improving the systems that exist around the game. And let me tell you, League has a lot of these. Ranked, Honor, Summoner level, Champion Mastery, Event Passes, you get the point. Needless to say, there's a lot going on, and it doesn't always feel like things are working together. Spending time in League should feel meaningful, no matter how you're doing it. And we want to bring all these complex systems together in a way that gives you clear progress and
E
rewards.
ci
for
daranno una
everything
barra
you do.
dell'esperienza per l'Honor, tipo?
We also want to recognize your personal accomplishments and playstyle and show them off to other players. So whether it's flexing on your friends with your rank, celebrating your skin collection of your favorite champion,
Ma queste sono tutte
just
cose
how
che
many
esistono
champs
da
you have
anni.
Mastery 7 on. We
Cioè,
want the
dov'è la
way you
novità?
play to feel meaningful and easy to
Ah, lo potremo showare
Now,
qui?
we're still in early development on all this, but we'll share more later this year.
Figo, però sono interessanti
Now, good luck with your
queste,
climb in
Sono tipo le
ranks,
card
your
di
rerolls in ARAM,
Apex.
and snatching that Clash trophy with your friends. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing all of you on the Rift.
Io on the Rift. Adesso ci saranno gli altri giochi, immagino.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reeve Morales, the lead producer of the Champions team. I want to take a little time to talk with you about some of the plans Champions
è
team
ancora
has in
League
store
questo?
for 2021. So last year, we set a goal to ship at least one new champion in every position, with the exception of mid lane, where we wanted to have both a mage and a melee champion.
King.
We believe that players shouldn't have to go longer than a year to get a new champion to try in their role. So this is something we plan on doing again this year.
Mi
Up
piace
first on
questa
that
strategia.
list is a new jungler, one you just saw in the opening cinematic. That's right, we're finally bringing VIEGO, the Ruin King, into League
No,
as a
dai,
playable
questo design
champion.
qua è troppo da
At long last,
boy,
he's more than
non
just
è
an
il
item.
re
And to
rovina.
prove it, here's a quick peek at the new gameplay he'll be bringing to the
Vediamo
Rift.
cosa fa. Delta, ricorda un po' Senna. Ok, tipo... mi ha ricordato un pochino Master di quello che ha fatto. Ha
If you
rubato
want to try him out
Lucian?
yourself, he'll be hitting PvE very soon and goes live later this month.
Cos'era quella roba?
So Viego's release is just the start of the Ruin King story. And the next 3 new champions we will be releasing this year will also tie into Viego's return.
Finalmente una
Now, for a
storyline
while,
coesa
we've been wanting
all'interno di
to
questo
add
gioco.
more
Che
Magic
sia
Band
l'anno in cui fanno
fighters,
finalmente un
especially
film.
one tailor-made for top lane. We believe snipping a bigger space out of our roster for AP fighters will not only lead to more diversity in top lane, but also more
Un altro
choices
top
for
laner
other
up
lanes as well.
ranged, sicuro.
And with
Road to
that goal in
Fighter,
mind,
forse
we
no.
began to sew together a new champion for the Ruined King's return. But where do their loyalties lie? With VIEGO or with Senna and Lucian in the fight for hope? Also, for our internet sleuths out there, we hit a small Easter egg for this champ in the Ruined King game. So let's see if any of you can find it.
C'è un easter egg.
So after we pass through the new skirmisher, the next champion after that is a gloomy new artillery mage who would prefer if we just didn't even bother her at all. I mean, I don't blame her. These days there's so much skill shots and dashes and hyperactivity around Summoner's Rift. Either way, as tiring as all these champions can be, shooting skill shots everywhere, sure beats being back in that happy-go-lucky
Quindi, cioè,
Vandal
è
City.
tipo un
She would
mage
choose
con
anything over that
l'FK
colorful,
gameplay,
horrible,
cioè
bright
tipo
place.
Sera
Now, the
Tiumi.
third champion that'll be part of the Ruined King's return is a marksman. But much like Senna, they are planned for a non-traditional position. It's a bit too early, though, to say more about
Sarà
this
un
champ,
marksman
so look
giocato
out for future roadmaps for a
magari in
new
mid.
Sentinel
No, aspetta,
of
però
Light.
mid probabilmente abbiamo quel mage lì. E top abbiamo la P-Fighter, quindi sarà un jungler o un support, se ha detto che
Now
non
that
è
we've
nella
talked
posizione
about some of our
tradizionale.
plans for new champions, let's get right into VGUs. So first of all,
E
we're
rifate
still
Shyvana,
hard
per
at work
favore.
on the Dr. Mundo update, which should go live this spring. We really want to amplify Mundo's whole like dark comedy theme while bringing his visuals
Ah, il
up to
jungler è
date
Ruined
as
King,
well.
è vero?
Last time we shared his new concept, we heard a lot of feedback from players that his hair was a bit too well-groomed for Mundo. We talked as a team about that, and we agreed with it. So we updated it to look less well-kept, as you can see in the new portrait art shown here.
Meglio, sembra più un orco di World of
Now, as for his
Warcraft.
gameplay, we still want Mundo to go where he pleases, chucking cleavers along the way. So we'll be keeping a lot of what you love about Mundo intact. But look out for a new dev blog this week that'll go way deeper into Mundo's development.
Anche
Finally,
Udir gli va
we
rifatta la
announced
grafica.
another player choice VGU poll last year, and while we didn't quite make it for 2020, we're happy to say it's coming this week. You'll be able to choose which champion you think we should update next. The poll will include 5 champions, 2 returning
Shyvana,
champions,
Shyvana.
in
Ragazzi, votiamo
Shyvana
tutti
and
Shyvana, per
Nocturne,
favore.
as well as 3 newcomers in Udyr, Quinn,
No,
and
fanculo.
Skarner.
Shyvana
Before
o al
casting
massimo
your vote,
Nocturne.
you can learn more about why we chose these champions, what we would consider changing on them, so that you can make the best, most informed decision on who to vote for. This will be coming in a dev blog along with the poll this week. So that wraps it up for Champions team. I can't wait for you all to see the new champions we have in store for VIEGO's return, as well as what you think of Mundo's VGU progress. Thanks for watching, and see you on the Rift.
That's the most important.
Hey everyone, I'm John, aka Bellissimo, and I'm the product lead for personalization and events
Bellissimo.
on the League dev team. Let's not waste any time and get into some of the things that we have planned for 2021.
Skins?
With over 150 champions in League, there are a lot of mains to make skins for. So in 2020, we stepped up the number of skins that we ship each year in hopes that champion mains would no longer have to wait years between skins. But that doesn't mean our work is done.
Sì, è vero, però
There are
il
still
fatto è che
some
ora sono davvero
champions who
troppi
haven't
champion,
gotten a skin
quindi
in a while.
ci vuole
So
tantissimo
this year,
prima
you
che
can
un
expect something
X
for
champion tocchi una skin.
Fiddlesticks, Tom Kench, Corki, Camille, Galio,
Non mi
Lulu,
interessa, non mi interessa,
Nautilus,
non mi interessa, non mi
Wukong,
interessa, non mi
Nunu,
interessa, non mi interessa,
Sejuani,
non mi interessa, non mi
Rumble,
interessa, non mi interessa,
Yuumi,
non mi interessa, perfetto.
and Twitch. If your favorite champion isn't on the list, don't worry. There are lots more to come as we plan to ship over 140 skins this year. This also includes some skins for our more popular champions, including Vayne, Caitlyn, and Blitzcrank.
Ok, Vayne skin. Alex.
For any given thematic, there's only so many champions that really make sense in that world. With us making more and more skins every year, it means that we run into a problem that we call thematic exhaustion. This means that we've
sense.
either run out of champions that work well in a thematic, or players show their lack of interest through purchase rate, play rate, and
Sì,
feedback.
come le skin di Natale che non
All
le
of this
comprava
indicates that we
nessuno,
should
per questo
keep
hanno
trying
smesso
new
di
things.
farle da un paio d'anni.
We'll still be revisiting some of our most popular thematics this year, like Project and Battle Academia. But we also want to
Project,
explore new
ormai
ones.
ogni anno
In
escono.
February, we'll be celebrating Lunar New Year.
Nonostante siano le
the
peggiori
brand new
skin da
thematic.
giocare, perché hanno degli
Set
effetti
in
stralaggosi.
2057, the year of the ox. Lunar Beast is a world where futuristic cityscapes and ancient temples collide.
Che figata.
High fashion streetwear with a touch of traditional elegance is the style of this year's Lunar New Year celebration. Here's a first look at Fiora
Quanto bella!
and Alistar, who are all part
Anche
of this
Alistar è
year's
figo.
Lunar B Squad.
Anche Alistar.
If psychedelic retrofuturism in space is more your vibe, then good news. Our second major thematic of the year is Space Groove, an eccentric take on a sci-fi universe full of far-out
Quello è
fun.
Nasus.
The laws of physics and logic don't always apply here, but some of our favorite champions just really dig that, man.
Ma che relax,
We have lots of
davvero.
ideas for new thematics,
Wow.
and we'd love your help in prioritizing which ones you want to see the most. So this week, we're holding a player choice vote between 3 thematics that we've been exploring.
Ok, Fiora calpestami.
Game,
No,
Monster
chat.
Tamer,
No.
Nightmare, and Debonair 2.0. Monster Tamers is a world where champions harness powerful creatures from across
Questo mi
Runeterra
piace.
to challenge each
Sono sempre
other in
piaciuti,
high-stakes
Cat.
matches. In Crime City Nightmare, we focus on the crime scheme
Quanto è
that
bello
devours
sto
the
TF.
city,
Holy
where
shit.
Street War takes a dark and horrifying turn.
Inizio a giocare
As
TF
a
adesso se
mysterious
esce sta
figure
skin.
introduces those desperate for power to an ancient Cthulhu-inspired evil. Finally, we have Debonair 2.0. In a world where powerful elixirs grant extraordinary abilities, 2 rival clubs vie for power. Classy opulence meets modern noir as champions work together to take back what
Yeah,
they believe is
questo.
theirs. We're going to ship whichever thematic gets the most votes this year, and we may revisit some of the others later, depending on your interest and feedback.
Oh, vediamo,
We've
events.
been working to improve events on League, and this year there are 3
Quello che
main
dice,
areas we
qualcuno lo
wanna
diceva in
focus on.
chat l'altro giorno
For
questo,
starters,
che tipo
we're
gli
going
eventi
to
di
keep running
Fortnite
featured game
sono
modes alongside
spettacolari,
every major event.
grandiosi così, invece
One
su
of our
League
biggest learnings last
ti dà
year
una
was that
sensazione
players
sempre di già
must actively
visto,
play
perché
modes that
è limitato come
amplify champion
gioco
fantasies. For
nel modo in cui
example,
può fare
in
eventi,
Earth,
secondo me.
we amplify fantasies by asking, what if my champion could cast all the time?
Ma
Or
queste sono
in One
modalità
for
di
All, we
gioco,
ask,
non sono
what if
più
my champion got to
eventi.
stack with itself? We believe that there are other interesting ways to amplify champion fantasies, and we'll be exploring a new mode in 2021, as well as bringing back our existing roster of rotating
Questa
game
era la
modes.
modalità più bella che abbiamo mai inventato.
The second
Come
area
si
we'd like to
chiamava?
focus
Nexus
on
Blitz?
is the event pass system. 2020 was a crazy year, and while we were able to ship a lot of content, we weren't able to get to some of the event pass changes that we were hoping to. We think clarity and ease of experience can improve a lot, and we'll be sharing more details on our plans to revamp the system in the first half of this year. Finally, one of the things that made Spirit Blossom stand out from other events was that it was centered around the lore of Runeterra. We've gotten
Che è quello che
feedback that you wanna see
vorremmo, una
Runeterra
lore
stories move
bella,
forward.
che
The world
funzioni, che
evolves,
non l'annullato
and
dopo
League's
2
champions
anni.
continue their journeys. At the end of Spirit Blossom, Ari and Yasuo left Ionia on an adventure to Bilgewater. Their story will continue in The Ruined King, a League of Legends story. But things aren't going to end there.
Io voglio giocarlo un
Viego's
sacco.
back.
Quello-
and
lo
we'll be
voglio giocare
following his
troppo,
path of
Ruined King.
destruction in League PC later this year. Where will the ruination spread next? Who can stand up to the Ruined King? And who will fall? The fact that you want to see Runeterra stories move forward. To Spirit Blossom, Ari, the Ruined King, a League of Legends story.
Quanto è bella
But
quella
things aren't going
skin.
to end there.
Era
Viego's
Shyvana?
back, and we'll be following his path of destruction in League PC later this year. Where will the ruination?
Holy fucking shit. Cioè, se insieme a questa skin mi portano un VGU di Shyvana e magari anche un po' di update al gameplay, Shyvana main. But how beautiful.
Spread next? Who can stand up to the Ruined King? And who will fall? Thanks so much for watching. The only reason we get to do any of this cool stuff is because of your continued support. So on behalf of the League dev team, thank you.
Caligo, brr. Shyvana step on me, no.
Hey folks, Brian Feeney here, the design director of
E qua finisce il nostro video. Ragazzi, è stato veramente interessante. Veramente interessante. Sono molto contento di aver guardato questo video. Pensavo fosse uno dei soliti video pieni di ovvietà che fa ogni tanto la Riot. Invece era una buona elaborazione di quello che faranno e quello che pensano di fare, in parte di ciò che hanno già fatto. Mi piacciono i propositi che hanno, diamo fiducia come sempre alla Riot. Io non... forse magari ho ironizzato un po' troppo mentre reactavo, diciamo, ma sapete che io non sono uno di quelli che odia la Riot, che dice il bilanciamento fa schifo, il gioco fa schifo. Io ammetto che amo questo gioco, ci gioco spessissimo, ci gioco tanto e infatti lo adoro. quindi gli do fiducia. Diciamo che ogni tanto fanno delle cazzate, ma tendono sempre a ripararle. E questi progetti qua sembrano interessanti. Spero davvero che ci diano un grosso evento che ci generi di conseguenza anche una lore e magari come collateral damage anche un film, chi lo sa. E niente, poi per il gioco in realtà io penso che non siamo in uno spot terribile adesso. Ancora un paio di patch di bilanciamento per sistemare le cose che sono rimaste rotte, le cose che sono rimaste underpowered. Secondo me siamo in un buono spot come balance per la prima volta da un bel po' di tempo. E niente, vi saluto, voi che guardate questo video su YouTube, e invece continuo a giocare per quelli che sono qui su Twitch. Chi guarda da una parte si ricorda di mettere il follow da quell'altra e viceversa. E ci vediamo soon. Bye bye.